Hello students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject Maths 1 Algebra in Standard 10th. In this video we will continue with our chapter number 1, Linear Equations in Two Variables. We will solve questions from problem set 1. This is part 4, last part, in which we solve question number 7. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my all videos of 10th standard. So children, this is part 4 of our problem set 1. We have divided problem set 1 in 4 parts. In first part we have solved question number 1, 2 and 3. In second part we have solved question number 4 and 5. In third part we have solved question number 6. Now this is fourth part in which we are going to solve question number 7. Now as you all can see, question number 7 is word problems. So in word problems, we don't have direct linear equations. We will have to convert the statements into mathematical equations or into linear equations. So one by one we will be solving the sums. We will have to see the sentences from the question and we will have to convert those sentences into the linear equations. First question is activity based question where we will have to fill in the boxes. But while filling the boxes, we should understand the sum properly, we should understand the statements properly, and then we can fill in the boxes. So let us see this question number 1. Question number 1 is a 2-digit number and a number with digits interchange add up to 143. In the given number, the digit in the unit place is 3 more than the digit in the tens place. Find the original number. So let us see how the solution is started. Here solution started from this sentence. Okay, let the digit in the unit place is x. Okay, we have to find out the original number, and original number is 2-digit number, units place and tens place. So for example, 12 is a number. This is 2-digit number where 2 is units place number and 1 is tens place number. We all know that. Or 58 is a number where 8 is unit place and 5 is tens place. Okay. So if you take 58, it will be 8 is the units place and 5 is the tens place. In this way, the 2-digit numbers are there. We all know that, and there are the first digit is known as unit place and the next digit is known as tens place. So we don't know the number, and that's why we will have to imagine that the digit in the unit place is x and the digit in the tens place is y. So in this way we will have to imagine these 2 digits, which is unit place digit is x and tens place digit is y. So number, what will be the number? For example, as I have told you, if we take this 58, how this number can be written? 5 is the tens place digit, so it means what? 5 into 10 and plus unit place digit is 8. 5 into 10 plus unit place digit is 8. So 5 tens are 50. 50 plus 8 is 58. In this way the 2-digit number can be written. That means what? The tens place digit can be multiplied by 10 plus we will have to add unit place digit. So similarly here we can write tens place digit multiply by 10. Tens place digit is y, so y multiply by 10. So it will be 10y plus x. Okay. So in this way we have got original number first. Now next is that we have to find the number with digits interchange. Interchange means what? Unit place digit should be written in the tens place and tens place digit should be written in the unit place. So number obtained by interchanging the digits will be, now in place of y we have to write x, in place of x we will have to write y, but it will be 10x. That means if we want to write the number which is we get after interchanging the digits of 58. So what will be the number? It will be 85. And 85 means what? 8 into 10 plus 5. 8 into 10 is 80 plus 5. In this way the number which we obtain by interchanging digits will be 10x plus y. Okay. Now, according to the first condition, what is first condition? When we add these two numbers, the original number and number obtained by interchanging the digit, when we add these two numbers, the addition or the answer of the addition is 143. So original number is 10y plus x, and number which we get after interchanging is 10x plus y. So in this box, what should be written? 10x plus y. Box is small, but you should write properly. This is 10x plus y. In this box, we have to write 10x plus y. Now, when we add 10y plus x and 10x plus y, I hope it is visible properly. Otherwise, I will have to write with my pen. Okay, I will be writing with my pen. Here we have got 10. So here 10y plus x and plus 10x plus y. We are adding these two numbers. Okay. Now 10y plus 1y. What will be the answer? It will be 11y. Plus 1x plus 10x. It is 11x. We will have to add the like terms, xx terms and yy terms. So we are getting 11y plus 11x. So here I will write 11x plus 11y is equal to 143. Now 11 is common. So we can take out 11 common and we can have y plus x or x plus y. Y plus x is equal to 143. Either you write x plus y or y plus s. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. So that means what? Y plus x, 11 into y plus x is equal to 143. Now this 11 we can bring on this side. So it will be y plus x or x plus y. Y plus x is equal to 143 upon 11. So 143 we can cancel by 11. 11 ones are 11. 11 ones are 11. 11 threes are 33. So we are getting 13. So x plus y is equal to 13 here. Now next step, from second condition. What is the second condition? Second condition is given in the second statement. In the given number, the digit in the unit place is 3 more than the digit in the tens place. Unit place digit is 3 more than the tens place digit. So unit place digit is x and it is 3 more. That means adding 3 in tens place digit. Okay, unit place digit is equal to tens place digit plus 3. Tens place digit is y. Y plus 3. Okay, now y transfer on this side, it becomes x minus y is equal to 3. So we have got these two equations. First equation is x plus y is equal to 13. Second equation is x minus y is equal to 3. So plus y minus y. Same terms, opposite sign, we can add equation 1 and 2. So adding equation 1 and 2, what you will be getting? X plus y is equal to 13 and x minus y is equal to 3. We are adding. So plus y minus y getting cancelled. We can have 2x is equal to 13 plus 3 is 16. So we have to continue on the next page. 2x plus 2x is equal to 16 here. It is 2x is equal to 16. 2x is equal to 16 means what? X is equal to 16 upon 8. 8 ones are 8. 8 twos are, sorry, 16 upon 2. This 2 we have to transfer. It will become divide by 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 eights are 16. So x is equal to 8. It is given. Now this x is equal to 8. We can put this value in any one of the equation. Putting this value of x in equation 1. Equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 13. So in place of x we have to put 8. Y as it is we will have to write. Okay, y we cannot do anything with y. And therefore y is equal to this 13 as it is plus 8 on this side, it becomes minus 8. 13 minus 8. What will be the answer? Y is equal to 5. This is 5. Okay. And now as we have got the tens place digit as well as unit place digit, we have imagine that tens place digit is x and unit place digit as y. So we have got tens place digit also and unit place digit also. So 10 into y. 10 into y means 10 into 5. 10 into 5 is 50. and plus 8 unit place digit. So 50 plus 8, answer is 58. In this way we can solve this activity based sum. Now let us solve this second word problem. This problem I have written as it is on my page. Let us read the sentences one by one and we will form the equations from the sentences. So as you all can see, I have written the question on my page. Let us read the question. Kantabai bought 1.5 kg tea and 5 kg sugar from a shop. Then she paid rupees 50 as return fare for rickshaw. She has to pay this much rupees for rickshaw also, and total expense was 700. That means 1 kg, 1.5 kg tea, 5 kg sugar with 50 rupees of fare. Total expense is 700. And then afterwards she realized that by ordering online, the goods can be bought with free home delivery. That means she won't require to give the fare of rickshaw if she order online. So next month she placed the order online for 2 kg tea and 7 kg sugar. She paid 880 rupees for that. We have to find the rate of sugar and tea per kg. So 1 kg sugar rate and 1 kg tea rate we will have to find out. So what we'll have to imagine? We have to imagine, or we have to assume that the 1 kg rate of sugar and 1 kg rate of tea. So let us assume. You write let us assume, you can write let us suppose, or suppose that, or let, you can write anything. Let the rate of 1 kg tea be x rupees. Okay, we don't know the rate, so we can imagine x rupees and y rupees, and the rate of 1 kg tea, 1 kg tea we have written first, so now 1 kg sugar. 1 kg sugar be in place of first we write rupees and then write the variable rupees y. Okay, here also you should write rupees x and then rupees y. So 1 kg tea is rupees x, 1 kg sugar is rupees y. What will be the cost of 1.5 kg tea? For example, if I say 1 kg tea cost is 50 rupees. So what will be the cost of 1.5 kg? You will have to multiply 1.5 kg by x, correct? If I say 1 kg of sugar is 30 rupees. So what will be the cost of 5 kg sugar? You will have to multiply 30 by 5 and you will get the answer. Similarly, if we have taken x and y as the variable for 1 kg, so 1.5 kg tea will be 1.5 kg multiplied by x, and 5 kg sugar cost will be 5 kg multiplied by y. And then we will have to add this 50 rupees also for the fare of rickshaw. So total expense will be 700. So according to first condition, we will have to write our equation. According to first condition, write the equation. 1.5 kg into x plus 5 kg into y, okay, and plus this 50 rupees. Cost of tea, 1.5 kg tea plus cost of 5 kg sugar plus 50 rupees of fare is equal to total cost was rupees 700. Now 1.5 kg we can, this is mixed fraction, we can convert it into the simple fraction. How to convert 1.5 kg into simple fraction? 1.5 means what? 2 into 1 plus this 1 upon 2 as it is. So it will be 2 ones are 2 plus 1 upon 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So it will be 3 upon 2. So 1 integer 1 upon 2 means what? 3 upon 2. This can be written as 3 upon 2 plus 5y. Now this 50 I bring on this side, 700 as it is, because 50 is constant term. So we can bring on the right hand side. So it will be 700 minus 50. So we get 3 upon 2x plus 5y is equal to 650. Now 2 is there in the denominator. We know when the number is there in the denominator, we will have to remove that number from the denominator. So how to remove? If you multiply throughout the equation by 2, you will get the correct number. So let us multiply by 2. 2 into 3 upon 2x plus 2 into 5 is equal to 2 into 650. Now here 2 getting cancelled, we get 3x plus 10y is equal to 1300. This will be our equation number 1. Okay. Now let us see the second condition in the question. I will rub out this rough work first because we will require this side to solve our question. Now the second condition is when she ordered online, she placed the order online 2 kg tea and 7 kg sugar. As she has placed the order online, she don't require to go by rickshaw. Okay, so for rickshaw fare cannot be added here. Only 2 kg tea and 7 kg sugar. Total is 880. So according to second condition, I will write here. According to second condition, kg tea means 2 into x plus 7 kg sugar, that means 7 into y, and total she has to pay 880. That means 2x plus 7y is equal to 880. This will be our equation number 2. Now we have got these two equations, simultaneous equation, which can be solved by elimination method. So for that we require the similar coefficient. Here coefficient of x is 3, here coefficient of x is 2, here coefficient of y is 10, here coefficient of y is 7. So either we can multiply to make equal coefficient of x or to make equal coefficient of y. Anything we can do. So I will equalize the coefficients of x, because if I equalize the coefficients of x, I will be getting the smaller number. For equalization of coefficients of y, I will have to multiply equation 2 by 10 and equation 1 by 7. So I will be getting very big number. So here I will equalize the coefficients of x. So let us multiply equation 1 by 2, because 3 2s are 6, and equation 2 by 3, because 3 2s are 6. So coefficients will be equalized. So 1 by 2, that means 2 3s are 6x plus 2 10s are 20y equal to 13 into 2 26, and then this 0 0 2600. This will be our equation number 3. And we have to multiply equation 2 by 3. So 3 2s are 6x, 3 7s are 21y, 3 zeros are 0, 3 8s are 24, 4 return to carrying, 3 8s are 24 plus 2 is 26. So in this way we have got equation 3 and 4. We can see that x coefficients are equal. That means x terms are having same coefficient with same sign. Same sign and same coefficient means what? We will have to subtract. So subtracting equation 3 and 4. Let us subtract equation 3 and 4. So both the equations we have to write one below other. 6x plus 20y is equal to 2600. 6x plus 21y is equal to 2640. Subtract. Change the sign as we are subtracting. Plus 6x minus 6x cancel. Plus 20y minus 20 plus minus minus, but sign of bigger number. So 20 minus 21 is 1. 1 we don't write, it will be only y. Now 2600 minus 2640, sign of bigger number, which is minus. It will be 40. Correct? 2600 minus 2640 is 40, and therefore y is equal to 40. This minus minus sign cancel. We are getting y is equal to 40. Now y value we have got, we should get the value for x also. How to get? We can put this y is equal to 40 in any one of these equation, either in 1, 2, 3 or 4. So I will be substituting in equation 1. Substitute y is equal to 40 in equation 1. I will be writing equation 1 once again. 3x plus 10y is equal to 1300. Now in place of y I have to write 40, 3x as it is. 10 into 40 is equal to 1300. 3x is equal to 10 into 4, sorry, plus sign is there. 10 into 40 is 400. 10 1 4s are 4 and these 2 zeros is equal to 1300. 3x is equal to 1300 minus 400. 3x is equal to 1300 minus 400 means 900, correct? And therefore x is equal to 900 upon 3 means 300. X is equal to 300. So in this way we have got the values of x and y. Now we can write the answer statement. We have to find the rate of sugar and tea per kg. For sugar we have taken y rupees and for tea we have taken x rupees rate per kg. Therefore rate of sugar we have taken y, okay? Rate of sugar is rupees 40 per kg and rate of tea is rupees 300 per kg, okay? So in this way we can find out the answer of this question. Now let us solve this question number 3. To find the number of notes that Anushka had, complete the following activity. That means this is an activity based question. So you will have to write everything given in the solution. That means you will have to write this box, this box, this box, all the boxes you will have to write. What is given in the beginning? Suppose that Anushka has x notes of rupees 10. See children, there is a printing mistake. In place of 10 write 100. Okay. So x notes of rupees 100 and y notes of rupees 50 each. We don't know how many notes of 100 and how many notes of 50. That means what? We will have to find out number of notes of 100 and number of notes of 50. And that's why we will have to assume that there are x number of notes of 100 and y number of notes of 50. Now let us see the first condition. First condition is Anushka got 2500 rupees from Anand as denominations mentioned above. Denomination mentioned above means this, the whatever given in the first sentence, according to that the cost of these notes or total of these notes, total cost of these notes. So when she gave x notes of 100 rupees and y notes of 50 rupees to Anand, she got 2500 rupees. This is the first condition, and from first condition we will have to form equation number 1. So what will be the equation 1? X notes of 100 rupees, that means 100x, plus 50 notes of y rupees, that means 50y. Y notes of 50 rupees, that means 50y. And when she gave both these types of notes to Anand, she got 2500 rupees for this total. Okay, so this is our equation number 1. This you have to write here in fill in the blanks. There is no place, that's why I have written here 100x plus 50y is equal to 2500 will be our equation number 1. Now equation 2 we will form from the second condition. Second condition is if Anand would have given her amount by interchanging number of notes. Now number of notes are interchanged. That means what? X notes of 50 rupees and Y notes of 100 rupees. X notes of 50 rupees and Y notes of 100 rupees. In this way, the amount is interchanged by number of notes. What will Anushka get? Anushka would have received rupees 500 less than previous amount. What was previous amount? Previous amount was 2500. Okay, and she will be receiving 500 rupees less if she gave X notes of 50 rupees and Y notes of 100 rupees. She will receive 500 less. That means what we will have to do? We have to subtract 500 and she will receive 2000 rupees only. So what will be the equation? Second equation, X notes of 50 rupees, that means 50X, plus Y notes of 100 rupees, that means 100Y, equal to she would have received 500 less, means she would have received 2000 rupees. In this way, this is equation number 2. We will get these two equations. Okay. Now what we will have to find? The number of notes. How we can find the number of notes? After formation of two equations, two linear equations, we can solve it by elimination method. So let us solve it and write the answer. Okay. So you can write this box, this box, this box. You can write equation number 1, equation number 2, and then solve the sum in your notebook and write the answer in the activity. So let us solve. I will be showing you. From these two equations, we will have to get the values of X and Y. That means number of notes of rupees 100 and number of notes of rupees 50. So let us write these two equations one below other and let us solve the sum. So I will be writing the equation. Equation number 1 is 100x plus 50y. 100x x plus 50y is equal to 2500. And second equation is 50x plus 100y is equal to 2000. Now see, you can see that the coefficients are interchanged. So if you want, you can add and subtract. Otherwise, here only we will divide by 10 to both these equations. We can see that both the equations can be divisible by 10. So let us divide them by 10. So it will be easy to solve the sum. So 100 divided by 10 will be 10x. 50 divided by 10 will be 5y. 2500 divided by 10 will be 250. Okay, this is equation 1, this is 2, and now this is 3, equation number 3. Now divide second equation also by 10. What we will be getting? 5x plus 10y is equal to 200. This will be equation number 4. Now observe equation 3 and 4. Here the coefficient of y is 5, here the coefficient of y is 10. So if you multiply equation 3 by 2, you will get coefficient of y as 10, and then you can eliminate the y terms. So let us multiply. Otherwise, if you want to eliminate x term, you will have to multiply equation number 4 by 2. But I will be multiplying equation 3 by 2. So let us multiply equation 3 by 2. Okay, so what we will get? 10 2s are 20x, 5 2s are 10y, 250 2s are 500. This is equation number 5. Now for the elimination method, we will be considering equation 4 and 5. Both the equations are having plus sign, plus 10y plus 10y. That means we will have to subtract. So let us subtract equation 4 and 5. We will be writing both these equations one below other. 4 equation is 5x plus 10y is equal to 200, and equation number 5 is 20x plus 10y is equal to 500. As we are subtracting, we will have to change the signs of equations. So change it. Plus 10y minus 10y cancel. plus 5 minus 20 plus minus minus sign of bigger number, so it will be 15x. And plus 200 minus 500 plus minus minus sign of bigger number, 500 minus 200 is 300. Cancel this. Therefore x is equal to 300 upon 15. 15 ones are 15, 15 twos are 30, 15 zeros are 0. So x is equal to 20 we have got. Now after getting x value, what should be done for getting the y value? We can substitute this x is equal to 20 in any one of these equations. Okay, so I will be substituting in equation number 3. Okay, so let us substitute. I will write here substitute x is equal to 20 in equation 3. So I will have to write equation 3 again. This is 10x plus 5y is equal to 250. So 10 into x, x is 20, x value is 20 just now we have got, plus 5y 250. 10 into 20 is 200 plus 5y is equal to 250. 5y is equal to 250. This 200 transfer, it becomes minus 200. 5y is equal to 50. And therefore y is equal to 50 upon 5 means 10. Y is equal to 10. So in this way we have got x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. That means according to first condition, when she gave 100 x notes of 100 rupees, that means 20 x notes of 100 rupees means 20 notes of 100 rupees plus, and 50y, that means y notes of 50 rupees. Y means how much we have got? 10 notes of 50 rupees. How much she got? 2500. Let us see, can we get 2500? 20 into 100 will be 2000. 10 into 50 is 500. In this way we are getting 2500. She also has got 2500. So our answer is correct. So how many notes? 20 notes of 100 rupees and 10 notes of 50 rupees is the answer. So we write here 20 and 10. Number of notes are 20, 10. In this way you can complete this activity sum. Now let us solve this next question. Question number 4. Sum of the present ages of Manish and Savita is 31. Manish's age 3 years ago was 4 times the age of Savita. Find their present ages. We have to find the present ages of Manish and Savita. Now see children, we all know that there are two conditions in two sentences. From those two conditions we will have to form two linear equations, and then we can solve those linear equations. Before that we will have to assume certain variables for given quantities or ages or weight. These are the quantities. So for example here the ages are given. So for this for their ages of Manish and Savita, we will have to assume certain variables. So always we assume x and y, we all know that. So let us assume that the present age of Manish is x years and present age of Savita is y years. So let us write here in solution. First we will start. Suppose that, or let us suppose that, or only let, you can write anything. I will be writing suppose that the present age of Manish is x years and the present age of Savita is y years. Okay, now let us see the first condition. According to first condition, first condition is always in the first sentence. Sum of the present ages of Manish and Savita is 31. Sum means total, we all know. What is the present age of Manish? X. What is the present age of Savita? Y. Their sum, that means total, x plus y is how much? 31. So we write here according to first condition, our first equation is x plus y is equal to x plus y equal to 31 is our first linear equation. Now let us see the second condition. Second condition is Manish's age 3 years ago. That means we will have to find his age 3 years ago first, and then we can form the equation. First we will have to find Manish's age 3 years ago. It was 4 times the age of Savita that time 3 years ago. That means we will have to find the Savita's age 3 years ago. We will have to find both of their ages 3 years ago. So let us first find their ages 3 years ago, and then we will form the equation from second condition. So we write Manish's age 3 years ago. Now see, his present age is x. What will be his age 3 years ago? For example, okay, if his age, today's age is 10 years, what would have his age 3 years back? It was 7 years. What we have done? 10 minus 3 is 7. Similarly, for finding his age 3 years ago, what we will have to do? We will have to subtract 3 from his present age. His present age is x. We will subtract 3 from his present age. So we will get his age 3 years ago. So x minus 3 years. Similarly, find Savita's age 3 years ago. It will be y minus 3 years. Correct. Now let us see this second condition from second sentence. Condition is, first write according to second condition. Okay, so what is the second condition? Let us read this sentence again. I will write this second sentence here. Okay, you all are not required to write this sentence in the solution, but you have to write all these sentences in the solution. Very important. All the statements should be written properly in the solution. But whatever I am writing this sentence with red pen, this sentence is not required in the solution. I am writing here Manish's age 3 years ago was, okay, was I am writing here, was 4 times the age of Savita. I am adding 2 words of Savita that time. Now let us see how to form the equation from this sentence according to second condition. After writing according to second condition, you can directly write the equation. I am writing the sentence so that I can explain it to you properly. So how to write the equation according to second condition? Mahesh's age 3 years ago. What is Mahesh's age 3 years ago? It is x minus 3. So I write here x minus 3. Was means equal to, like is means equal to, was means also equal to. 4 times, that means 4 multiply by what? The age of Savita that time. That time means what? 3 years ago. What is 3 years ago Savita's age? It is y minus 3. So 4 times y minus 3. In this way we will have to form the equation. It is x minus 3 equal to 4 into y minus 3. Now let us solve this equation, and then afterwards we can give the number to this equation. So it is x minus 3 as it is I am writing. 4 into y is 4y, minus sign is there. 4 3s are 12. So this y term I will bring on left hand side and constant term I will bring on right hand side. So what I will be getting, x as it is I have to write, plus 4y will become minus 4y, minus 12 as it is I have to write, plus minus 3 will become plus 3. So the equation, second equation which we will get here is x minus 4y is equal to minus 12 plus 3 will be minus 9. This is my second equation. Now let us observe equation 1 and 2. We are having similar coefficients of x term. No coefficient means 1 is there, here also 1 is there. So directly you can subtract equation 1 and 2. Otherwise, if you want, you can equalize the coefficient of y by multiplying equation by 4, and then you will get 4y here, and then you can eliminate the y terms. Whatever you find easy, you can do that. Here I don't require to multiply. I can directly eliminate x term, because x term is having coefficient 1 1, so I can subtract equation 1 and 2 and I can eliminate the x term. So let me subtract. So let us subtract. I write here, let us subtract equation 1 and 2. So equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 31 and equation 2 is x minus 4y is equal to minus 9. So that means we will have to change the sign of equation which is written below. Plus will become minus, minus will become plus, minus will become plus. So plus x minus x getting cancelled. Plus 1y plus 4y. 1y plus 4y will be 5y. Correct. Only y is there means 1 is there. So it is 1y plus 4y. So 1y plus 4y is 5y is equal to plus 31 plus 9. Plus 31 plus 9. Both are having plus sign. That means it is 40. 31 plus 9 is 40. And therefore y is equal to 40 upon 5. What is 40 upon 5? 5 ones are 5. 5 eights are 40. And hence y is equal to, we are getting 8. Okay. So y 8 we have got. This y is equal to 8 we can put in equation 1 or 2 and we can get the value for x. So let us put, or let us substitute y is equal to 8 in equation 1. Substitute equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 31. X plus y means 8 is equal to 31. X is equal to 31. This plus 8 transfer, it becomes minus 8. And therefore x is equal to, what is 31 minus 8? It will be 23. So in this way we have got the present ages of Manish and Savita. Because Manish's age we have taken x years and Savita's age we have taken y years. So let us write the answer statement. Answer statement, very important, this you have to write in the end. Therefore the present age of Manish is 23 years and present age of Savita is 8 years. In this way the word problem can be solved. Now question number 5. In a factory the ratio of salary of skilled and unskilled worker ratio is given 5:3. Total salary of one day of both of them is rupees 720. Find the daily wages. Daily wages means daily salary. And daily basis whatever salary they get is known as daily wages. Daily wages of skilled and unskilled workers we will have to find out. So whatever we will have to find out, we assume that as x and y. But we have to find out daily wages of skilled and unskilled workers. So we will assume that daily wages of skilled worker be x rupees and daily wages of unskilled workers be y rupees. So let us assume, and from the given conditions from first sentence and second sentence we will form two linear equations. So let us start our solution. What we will have to assume? We will have to assume the daily wages of skilled and unskilled workers. So let me write here. If you want, you can write let's suppose anything. Okay, let the daily wages of skilled workers be rupees X and daily wages of unskilled workers be rupees Y. Okay, this is the daily wages of skilled and unskilled workers we have written. Now we have to write the equation according to first condition. According to first condition. What is first condition given in the first sentence? First condition is, in a factory the ratio of skilled and unskilled workers, ratio is given. Okay, their ratio is 5:3. Ratio of salary should be written here. Ratio of salary. Okay, their ratio of salary is 5:3. If we take this X and Y as their salary, so what will be the ratio? X ratio Y, or X is to Y. Okay, this ratio will be X is to Y according to whatever we have assumed. We have assumed that daily wages of skilled workers is X and daily wages of unskilled worker is Y. So their ratio of salary will be X ratio Y, or X is to Y. But in the condition, in the sentence, it is given 5:3. So our ratio and the condition given in the sentence should be equal. That means X ratio Y should be equal to 5:3. Correct? And ratio means what? Division. We have to write it in the format of division. X ratio Y means what? X upon Y. And 5:3 means what? 5/3. Now cross multiply. 3 into X will be 3X is equal to 5 into Y will be 5Y. We all know the Y terms we have to bring on the right hand side. So it will be 3x as it is plus 5y, bring on this side, it will become minus 5y. What will remain on the right hand side? Nothing is there, means 0 will be there. Plus 5y and minus 5y, we have transferred plus 5y, it becomes minus 5y. So 0 will be there on the right hand side. So in this way we have got our equation number 1. Now let us see what is equation number 2. Total salary of one day of both of them. Total salary. That means their salary of one day, skilled workers is X, unskilled worker is Y. When we do the total X plus Y, what will we get? 720 rupees. So according to second condition, very easy. Second condition is very easy. According to second condition, their total is X plus Y is 720. This is our equation number 2. Now we have to eliminate the term of X and Y. So for that we have to equate the coefficient. Coefficients are not equal. Here the coefficient of X is 3. Here coefficient of X is 1. Here minus 5. Here also 1. So what we will have to do? We will have to multiply equation 2 by 5. Okay, either we can multiply by 5 or we can multiply by 3. But it is always comfortable if you multiply by 5 and make the or equalize the coefficients of Y. So let us equalize the coefficients of Y by multiplying equation number 2 by 5. So multiply equation 2 by 5. What we will get? We will get 5x plus 5y is equal to 5 zeros are 0, 5 twos are 10, 1 carrying, 5 sevens are 35. 35 plus 1, 36 is third equation. Now for elimination, we will assume our equation number 1 and 3. We are not going to assume second, because from second only we have got this third equation, and for elimination we require the same terms with same coefficient. So let us subtract. No, why we need to subtract? We don't need to subtract, because here minus sign is there, here plus sign is there, so directly we can do the addition. So let us add equation 1 and 3. So I will write here, let us add equation 1 and 3. So both the equations we will write one below other. 3x minus 5y equal to 0 and 5x plus 5y equal to 3600. Now as we are adding, we don't require to change the sign of equation written below. Plus 5y minus 5y cancelled, plus 3x plus 5x is 8x, 3 plus 5 is 8, is equal to 0 plus 3600 is 3600, and therefore x is equal to this 3600, 8 transfer, it becomes divide by 8, cancel, 8 1s are 8, 8 4s are 32, 36 minus 32, 4 remaining, and then this 0 means 40, 8 5s are 40, and one more 0 is there, 8 zeros are 0. So x is equal to 450. So we have got value of x. From x value we have to get y value. So substitute this, x is equal to 450 in equation 1. Equation 1, once again we will write here 3x minus, if you want you can substitute in equation 2 also. It is very easy if you substitute in equation number 2. Okay, I will be substituting in equation number 2. So it is x plus y is equal to 720. So x is 450 plus y as it is we have to write is equal to 720. Therefore y is equal to 720 minus 450. Subtract. Y is equal to 0 minus 0, 0. 2 minus 5 cannot be done. So 12 minus 5 is 7. 1 we have to take from borrowed from here. So it is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. 270 is the y value. So in this way we have got the daily wages of skilled and unskilled workers. Daily wages of skilled workers we have assumed x, and daily wages of unskilled workers we have assumed y. So from this we can write our answer statement. Therefore answer is, answer statement very carefully you have to write, and very important to write in the word problem. Okay, so daily wages of skilled workers is rupees 450. Okay, and unskilled workers is, and daily wages of unskilled workers is rupees 270. So in this way very easily we can solve this sum. Now let us go on the last sum. So children, now let us see this last question. Places A and B are 30 km apart. Question looks very big but very easy to solve. Places A and B are 30 km apart. That means there are two places A and B, and they are on the straight road. As you all can see, I have drawn this straight road, and here it is place A and place B. They are 30 km apart from each other. That means their distance between A and B is 30 km. Then what is given next? Hamid travels from A to B on bike. Hamid travels from A towards B. That means his direction of his travel is from A to B. If I show it by arrow, he goes from A, he starts from A and he go towards B. At the same time, Joseph starts from B on bike and travels towards A. At the same time, Joseph also started from B and he goes towards A. So his direction is from B to A. Both of their direction is opposite to each other. Okay, so in this way, Hamid travels from A to B and Joseph travel from B to A. After that, what is there? They meet each other after 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, somewhere at certain point, they meet each other. That means together they cover this 30-kilometer distance. Okay, after 20 minutes together they covered this 30-kilometer distance. So till this they meet each other after 20 minutes. Till this is the first condition, and from this first condition we will have to convert this first condition in our first linear equation. So let us see how to find the linear equation. What we will have to find in the end, the second condition we will see afterwards while formation of the second equation. But in the end, what we will have to find, see the last sentence, find the speed of Hamid and Joseph. Whatever we will have to find, we will have to assume that as the variable x and y. So here we will be assuming speed of Hamid and Joseph be x and y. So let us assume it, and then from the given condition, from this diagram also you will get to know how to form the equation. You might have got the idea of formation of the equation. So let us first assume the speed of Hamid be x kilometer per hour and speed of Joseph be y kilometer per hour. Speed always write in the unit of kilometer per hour. So let me write solution. I have not written the question. Question is very big, but solution is very easy. Solution: let the speed of Hamid be x kilometer per hour and speed of Joseph be y kilometer per hour. In this way we have assumed their speeds. Now what we know, Hamid goes towards A to B and Joseph goes towards B to A, and they cover this 30-kilometer distance in 20 minutes. So we all know this formula of speed. What is the formula of speed? Speed is equal to distance upon time. This is the formula of speed, we all know. And that means what? Distance means what? Speed means only speed is there, that means speed upon 1. So if you cross multiply, it will be distance is equal to speed upon time. Speed into time, not upon. Speed multiply by time. Distance is equal to speed multiply by time. So this formula we are going to use. So first let us find out how much distance, actually exact distance covered by Hamid individually. Individual distance covered by Hamid and individual distance covered by Joseph. We don't know how much distance they both have covered individually. They both together cover 30-kilometer distance. Okay, together they covered 30-kilometer distance in 20 minutes. But individual Hamid how much distance has covered and individual Joseph how much distance has covered, we don't know. So let us first find out their individual distances. So distance covered by Hamid in 20 minutes is equal to, what is the formula? Distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Speed of Hamid is x, multiplied by time is 20 minutes. Okay, but you all know our speed is kilometer per hour. So it is 20 minutes. We have to convert minutes into hours. How to convert minutes into hour? X as it is I am writing. Minutes, for conversion of minutes into hour, we will have to divide this minute by 60 because 60 minutes means 1 hour. So this is hours. 20 upon 60 hours. So cancel this 0 0, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 1 upon 3. So x into 1 is x upon 3 is the distance covered by Hamid. So this is the distance, that's why it is in kilometer. Okay, now we have to find distance covered by Joseph distance covered by Joseph in 20 minutes. Same way we will do, that is y into 20 minutes. As it is kilometer per hour, so we have to convert this 20 minutes into hours. So it will be 21s are 20, 23s are 60. It is y upon 3 kilometer distance covered by Joseph in 20 minutes and x upon 3 kilometer distance covered by Hamid in 20 minutes. Now let us see, according to first condition we will have to form the equation. According to first condition, what is first condition? They together cover this 30 kilometer distance in 20 minutes. So distance covered by Hamid is x upon 3 in 20 minutes plus distance covered by Joseph in 20 minutes is y upon 3, and together they cover 30 kilometer distance. Okay, now as 3 is there, we will multiply by 3 throughout the equation. So 3 multiply by x upon 3 plus 3 multiply by y upon 3 is equal to 3 multiply by 30. Cancel this. X plus y is equal to 33 is 90. So very easily we have got this equation number 1. Now we have to get equation number 2 from our second condition. So let us see the second condition. Second condition. If Joseph would have started from B at the same time but in the opposite direction. Now from the second condition, what we can see that now Joseph is not traveling in the direction of A. Instead of that, he is traveling in the opposite direction. Now he is traveling in this direction, and instead of towards A, he is traveling towards, maybe here if I write C, so he is traveling towards C, and Hamid is traveling from A to B only. So when Joseph reached at certain distance, Hamid would have caught after him after 3 hours. So when Hamid reached at this point C, he will caught the Joseph. Joseph also is going towards C and Hamid is also going towards C. So they will meet each other after 3 hours. Okay, after 3 hours. So after 3 hours, distance covered by Hamid will be 3x. And after 3 hours, distance covered by Joseph will be 3y. But this 3x is equal to this 3y plus 30 kilometer, correct? The distance covered by Hamid will be equal to distance covered by Joseph plus this 30 kilometer. Are you understanding the second condition? Because Joseph started in the opposite direction. He goes towards C. Hamid also is going towards C. But they meet each other after 3 hours. So distance covered by Joseph is this much only. But the distance covered by Hamid is A to B plus B to C. And Joseph covered only B to C distance in 3 hours. And Hamid covers the distance of A to B plus B to C. That means 30 kilometer plus 3y. That means Hamid's distance will be equal to Joseph's distance plus 30 kilometer. This is the second condition. So let us write the equation from second condition. Distance covered by Hamid in 3 hours is equal to 3 into x, that is 3x kilometer. Similarly, distance covered by Joseph, distance covered by Joseph in 3 hours is equal to 3 into y is equal to 3y kilometer. But from second condition, what we can write the equation? Equation can be this: they both meet each other after 3 hours and Joseph covered only this distance and Hamid covers distance till C. That means total distance covered by Hamid is this much distance plus Joseph distance. Okay, Hamid covered A to B distance plus Joseph distance. So according to second condition, our equation will be according to second condition, Hamid's distance, that is 3x, is equal to 30 kilometer plus Joseph's distance is 3y. Okay, and now this 3y transfer, it becomes 3x minus 3y plus 3y transfer, it becomes minus 3y is equal to 30. Now we can see all these numbers are divisible by 3. So let us divide by 3. 3x divided by 3 is 1x. 3y divided by 3 is 1y. 30 divided by 3 is 10. So this is our equation number 2. Now let us observe equation 1 and 2. Very easy equations we are getting. Only important thing is to understand the question. And after understanding, you can form the equations very easily. Convert the mathematical statements into equation becomes very easy. So now we can add equation 1 and 2. So adding equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 and 2. Let us add them and get the answer. Eliminate the terms. First equation is x plus y is equal to 90. Second equation is x minus y is equal to 10. Plus y minus y cancel. X plus x is 2x. 90 plus 10 is 100. And therefore x is equal to 100 upon 2. Cancel. X is equal to 50. So speed of Hamid's bike is 50 km per hour. Now let us get the speed of Joseph's bike. So substitute x is equal to 50 in any one of the equations. You can substitute in equation 1. So x plus y is equal to 90. X is 50 plus y is equal to 90 and therefore y is equal to 90 minus 50. Y is equal to 40. So in this way we have got the speed of Hamid as well as Joseph's bike. So write the answer statement now. Answer: Hamid's speed is 50 km per hour and Joseph's speed is 40 km per hour. In this way, all the sums from question number 7 is also over and we have completed all questions from all practice set and problem set of chapter number 1. We will start chapter number 2 in next video. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.